At least 75 federal lawmakers held shares in Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, or Pfizer in 2020. As the pandemic raged, at least 75 lawmakers bought and sold stock in companies that make COVID-19 vaccines, treatments, and tests, in addition to masks. Don't you wish that our federal congressmen were as astute as investing taxpayer money as they are their own? Big Pharma is all about extracting maximum profit. The $100 billion loss is nothing. They're abandoning antibiotics, they're abandoning orphan drugs, they're trying to do away with everything they possibly can that won't make them top dollar. And that's why they extend your grief. Money for misery. Moriarty said it best in Sherlock Holmes, first we sell them the bombs and then the band-aids. Well, in this case, they gave you the virus and they're selling you the vaccine. Most interesting are Pfizer's South America contracts, where the government will actually forfeit certain assets, such as military assets. Will those be sold to China? Once the vaccine was forced upon the masses, the money magnet was in full swing. Even the congressmen could not help but to dive into the fat pie. With a 3,000% markup, who could resist? Many Americans ingest drugs from the land of melamine baby formula and counterfeit products, but never realized it. Pfizer has been established in China since 1989. There were over 300 locations, minus this facility, which is sold. The company employs 11,000 and has been a leader in biotech, excepting some minor problems. Of course, even with an outstanding track record, improprieties can arise. Not to worry, it's all under control. If the FDA is not privy to pharma documents and pharma findings, then no harm has been done. This coming in right now. During an April inspection of the Pfizer's plant in northern Chinese city of Dalian, FDA inspectors said in their report that employees had quality failures, used expired manufacturing materials or ones that hadn't been recently checked, and retested failing products until they passed. Details of the inspection were described in an FDA report called a Form 483 that was obtained by Bloomberg News. A Pfizer spokesman confirmed Pfizer's ownership of the plant. Pfizer has responded and addressed the issues raised during a pre-approval inspection of our manufacturing site at Dalian. Jamins has said in an emailed statement, the issues cited in the FDA Form 483 do not indicate any quality or safety concerns and do not have any impact on products currently on the market, manufactured, or at the Dalian site. Patient safety is our utmost importance. Pfizer is committed to ensuring the safety and quality of our medicines. Jameson declined to say what products the plant manufactures. The FDA declined to comment about the report. The FDA typically conducts an inspection of a manufacturing facility before it is allowed to ship to the U.S. Workers at the plant also moved manufacturing records as the FDA inspectors were going through the facility. According to the FDA report, in one room, FDA officials said they found an 8-inch high stack of documents. When they returned 10 minutes later, the documents were gone. When they asked for the documents, a factory official only brought out about 1/3 of the papers. CMS implemented value-based payment programs that track data such as how many workers at a healthcare facilities receive a COVID-19 vaccine. Now we see why many hospitals implemented COVID-19 vaccine mandates. They are paid more. Outside hospitals, precision MIPs, quality metrics link doctors' income to performance-based pay for treating patients with COVID-19 EAU drugs. Failure to report information to CMS can cost the physician 4% of reimbursement. Because of the obfuscation of medical coding and legal jargon, we cannot be certain of the actual amount each hospital receives per COVID-19 patient. But attorney Thomas Rentz and CMS whistleblowers have calculated a total payment of at least $100,000 per patient. What does this mean for your health and safety as a patient in the hospital? Here come the bonuses. A free required PCR test in the emergency room or upon admission for every patient with government paid fee to hospital. Added bonus payment for each positive COVID-19 diagnosis. Another bonus for a COVID-19 admission to the hospital. A 20% boost bonus payment for Medicare on the entire hospital bill for use of remdesivir instead of medicines such as ivermectin. Another and larger bonus payment to the hospital if a COVID-19 patient is mechanically ventilated. More money to the hospital if a cause of death is listed as COVID-19, even if the patient did not die directly from COVID-19. A COVID-19 diagnosis also provides extra payments to coroners. Upon admission to a once trusted hospital, American patients with COVID-19 become virtual prisoners, subjected to a rigid treatment protocol with roots in Ezekiel Emanuel's complete life system for rationing medical care in those over age 50. They have a shockingly high mortality rate. How and why is this happening, and what can be done about it? As exposed in audio recordings, hospital executives in Arizona admitted meetings several times a week to lower standards of care, with coordinated restrictions on visitation rights. Most COVID-19 patient families are deliberately kept in the dark about what is really being done to their loved ones. The CDC has indicated that with over 5 million children vaccinated, no problems have been seen thus far. But this seems to differ a bit from the Canadian results. We may now be seeing the ramifications of an early rollout from a product that hasn't been thoroughly tested. A whistleblower in the Canadian province of New Brunswick has warned that a progressive neurological illness that has baffled experts for more than 2 years appears to be affecting a growing number of young people and causing swift cognitive decline among some of the afflicted. Speaking to The Guardian, an employee with the Vitalite Health Network, one of the province's 2 health authorities, said that suspected cases are growing in number and that young adults with no prior health triggers are developing a catalog of troubling symptoms, including rapid weight loss, insomnia, hallucinations, difficult thinking, and limited mobility. The official number of cases under investigation, 48, remains unchanged since it was first announced in early spring 2021. But multiple sources say the cluster could now be as many as 150 people. With the backlog of cases involving young people still requiring further assessment, I'm truly concerned about these cases because they seem to evolve so fast. Not even a world-renowned scientist and virologist is immune from the tentacles of social media platforms. Questioning any aspect of the vaccine rollout is tantamount to being anti-American, especially when this much money is at stake. Those individuals not extolling the vaccine virtues shall be silenced, for the narrative must remain beyond reproach. Besides, you can't sue them. Now that is immunity. I wonder what after effects would be most worrisome to the doctor.